That's 3 out of 4 sigils, and we just have this final one over here, which is a T-block. Excellent. And it is called Above All That. So the previous puzzle introduced one method of being able to ensure that the lasers will not intersect with each other. A second method that you can use is to elevate things a little bit, and if I recall correctly, you take this reflector over here connected to the source and that panel on this ledge. And there you have it. It is the final sigil of this world. It is a very, very short world, a very nice looking one, and we're gonna go after the star right now as long as we are here. So, we're going to use this source beam instead. And in the earlier puzzle, like the very first one we did, there's actually a connector hiding in a tree. It's very, very difficult to see, but it's there. You can trust me on this one. And this is where it introduces, like, puzzles where secrets are unlocked by using sources from different puzzles. It's like, I'm trying to think of a good term to describe it. It's like cross-puzzle solutions, I think. So, there's the connector, it's up there. Again, it's quite difficult to see, but it is stationary. If you just look at this tree for a while, you might notice it eventually. And one door that I did not show off when I first entered this little puzzle room is over here, behind this bush. There's a star back here. And also a red source connector. Occasionally, these little source connectors and, well, wall panels can actually be red herrings, and sometimes they're kind of there to mislead you, in a sense where it involves an entirely different strategy of unlocking that item, which, again, you will see eventually, and it probably isn't really worth explaining right now, but hey, you'll see it when it comes up. So we are done with this world. What we are missing are 3 Easter eggs. Yes, there are 3, and 2 of them are around the cliff sections, so the first one that I know of, and these gave me quite a difficult time trying to actually find them, but as soon as I looked up a walkthrough, it became a little bit easier figuring out where they're hidden. So, if you go to the end of this area, and let me just show this off a little more clearly for you. If you run to the very end where we found the time capsule, just follow the little dirt path down here until you reach this cliff, and run along the right side of everything. Now, as soon as you reach this little ledge, there's kind of a bit of a dead end right here, but if you just sprint jump and shimmy your way around this ledge, there's a radio over here.
Sam, have you reached the Sphinx yet? We've translated one of the lines, but we still don't have a solution. It says the true riddle of the Sphinx has many questions, but only one answer.
And that is dialogue from Serious Sam 3 BFE, and it was from Gwen. You remember that character? We never saw her at all, but she was a voice inside the radio, and that's all that matters. I didn't really mean to fall off right there, but it actually doesn't hurt because we kind of need to be back at the beginning because we're close to the second Easter egg. So behind the first puzzle arena place, you want to waddle over. Yeah, you want to waddle over to this cliff right over here. Waddle, waddle, waddle. That's the word I was looking for. And I'm kind of struggling to remember where specifically the secret is. This one's kind of difficult to find. Let me check down here. Ah, yes, here it is. So, behind this puzzle area and down below this cliff, you want to reach this little ledge, which has a bush on it. And there's an Easter egg. A very literal one. It's sitting right there, and I wish I could crouch to see it a little bit better, but hey, it's an Easter egg. And that's the second one out of the way, so now all we have to do is just scale the cliff, and maybe scale the cliff there. Wait, I'm not really sure if I actually have access back up. Let me check. Oh wait, I think I'm getting somewhere. To be honest, it would be quicker if I just jumped off the ledge again, but I don't know, staying alive is kind of the preferable option if you're given the choice of life or death. I mean, even if we would respawn, it's a little bit messy to show off, and, well, not really. It could be efficient, but, still kinda sloppy, and I would rather not kill myself today. So the third and final Easter egg, which is probably the best one of this entire area, you can see this wall is much more different compared to the other walls, in the fact that you can actually walk onto this one. A lot of the surfaces in this game, like a lot of the geometry, will just kind of cause you to slide off if you try jumping on it, but there are some cases where that doesn't actually happen, and it usually leads to secret places, or just places that are kind of out of bounds. You can go out of bounds in a lot of places in this game, but Crow Team has made it possible to prevent you from going to places that you really aren't supposed to see beyond that, and you'll get a fine demonstration of what that is eventually. These walls, however, you can climb, and if I fall off right here, I'm kind of hoping I won't, because I'm just kind of that bad with parkour puzzles. You want to jump from ledge to ledge. You can see over there, there's a little disc, and we need to go pick up that disc very carefully. It says top secret on it. As soon as you pick it up, it is added to your inventory, and we need to run all the way back to this first computer terminal, which we saw as soon as we teleported into the place. And we go to list, there are some image files of kittens. Yes, this is probably the most important Easter egg of this area, it's the kittens. If you don't have the kitten Easter egg, then you are just a monster. Look at this kitten. Look at it. Please find this Easter egg, I beg of you. Look at the kittens for a while, they are adorable. And that is the end of this area, and I believe we can actually go ahead and unlock the second item of the game, which will help us in future puzzles. So, let's go ahead and do that. This one's more complex than the previous Tetramina puzzle because it has 4 pieces, and I'm probably going to fail at it again or something, I don't know. Like I said, I'm pretty bad with these. And yeah, a lot of times you'll end up in cases like this with some of the later sigil puzzles, which it sort of gives you a shape of a piece which you just don't have. That's gonna happen a lot, I would just like to point out, so be prepared to sort of cringe at me failing at those sorts of puzzles. But we have unlocked not the box, it is the hexahedron, is what it is called. It is very useful. And there you have it. So, that was unlocking the hexahedron, and that was World A4, and I think this is probably going to end this video off, because we've made a fair amount of progress in a short amount of time, and we shall continue on with the rest of the worlds here. We're pretty much just over halfway through, and then we can actually... No, we're roughly halfway through, because we still have...
If you want to double your playtime, go on. Try and get those pesky little stars. I'll stand here and watch. Wake me up when you get one.
Well, I guess before we end the video, it's important to point out that getting star sigils will allow you to unlock secret worlds like this. And we need 5 more to actually get this one. So, we won't be seeing this for a bit, but I don't know, maybe there are enough stars to actually complete this. Is like 1, 2 here. 1 here. And 1 here. Right. So we'll probably be short of 1 by the end of this, but we will tackle that star world eventually. But for the time being, we should just focus on worlds 5 through 7, and then head on to the next area, which would be world B and C, and a few other nifty little things which I can show off. But until then, thank you guys very much for watching, have a great day or evening, and I guess I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.